Hello everyone, welcome to TechSharmat. In this session, we are going to discuss how we can use IBM Bob to explain a program that contains a sub-procedures. I'm sure in real world scenarios you might have multiple modules or programs where you are using multiple procedures, right? So in those situations, how we can make use of IBM Bob to explain those sources that contains sub procedures and main procedure into plain English language. Okay, so for that what we will do, like here you can see I have already created one program with the name CALCTAX.RPGLE, and it is stored on my local system and also on my IBM. As you know that with the initial version of IBM Bob, like we are not able to access directly through the IBM source. So that's why like I take a copy on my desktop on my local, and from there I'm going to provide this I'm going to feed this program to IBM Bob, and then we will write a detailed prompt through which it will go through the source, and it will prepare the document, or you can say the simple statement for us to explain this source. Okay, so we have demo program, we have IBM Bob logged in, we will write the prompt. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Bob to explain a program or a source that contains sub procedures. Okay, but prior to that we have already covered various other examples that would be very helpful for you when you are learning the IBM Bob with series. Okay, alright, and to make the things easier for you, I have already attached the TechSharmat digital course book in the description box, which is freely available for all of you. There you will find 3600 plus free resources available in Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can consume the content, and if there is any question on the content, you can simply reach out to me through comment section. Okay, alright, so let's get started. Here you can see we have a source. If I give you the overview, so here what we are doing, we have created one main procedure from where we are calling this CALCTAX. Okay, and then there is a procedure sub procedure with name CALCTAX, which accepts 3 input parameters, then perform some calculation and return the output. Okay, so this is the overall simple source program that I created for the demo purpose. But I'm assuming that in your real world scenarios, yes, there might be a complex structure. Don't worry, like it will handle it. Okay, so now the time is now it's time to write the proper prompt. Okay, so I'll show you how we can write the prompt. But remember one thing, this is AI model, so we can't say that 100% it will give you the exact output. Yes, there might be a chances where it hallucinates, it provides you the wrong information. So that, like, if it is taking less time to complete our task, so it's our responsibility to review it and make the required fix. Okay, I'm not committing that it will 100% give you the exact output, because, and not only in IBM Bob, in fact in any model, if you are using Claude or ChatGPT or anything, there are also chances of getting error. So let's see how it works, if it works properly or if it gives something wrong. So for that I'll write the prompt. So let me write from here. So I'll write hi Bob. I'll just simply write hi Bob, I have an ILE, or maybe I can write simply RPGLE program, and the name of the program is CALCTAX. Okay, make sure it is same, CALCTAX. Yes, CALCTAX, that contains a sub procedure. Okay, so can you please analyze it strictly on the basis of IBM standards. On the basis of IBM standards, and explain following things. Okay, now what all things we want to explain, that we can mention here. What data goes in to the procedure. Okay, so this thing I want to know. Second, what are the or maybe you can write what data comes out of the procedure. Okay, and then third point we will mention here, what does the procedure actually do, step by step. Fine. Now in fourth point I will mention what is the final return value. Okay, so what is the final return value? Now fifth point is, can you give a real world example of when this would be used? Okay, so these are the some pointers just I mentioned here, so that IBM Bob will understand that yes, this is my requirement, and it will start preparing the answer for it. So when I press enter, it will start working on it. But again, I would say, remember, doesn't matter which IBM model you are using or which AI model you are using, there are chances of error. It might return you with some false information, so always make sure to verify it before actually implementing it into your project. Okay, so let me press enter here. So I'll just quickly press enter, and then it will ask me the permission to walk through the file, so I'll allow it. So you can see it is asking, I want to read this file outside the workspace. File is correct, CALCTAX.RPGLE, so I will approve it. Once I approve it, it will start working on it, and then it will provide you the output. Okay, so you can see it created a wrong information in the beginning itself if you checked it properly, because it is showing only one input parameter, but we can see it has 3 input parameters. But no worries, like for now we will not judge its output, we will just see how actually it is working, because this is just a demo version. So like once it is trained on your data, it will work perfectly. But fine, let's see how it worked. So it shows what data goes in procedure. It returns P salary. It provides the data type with value. This is the pass by value, meaning a copy is passed, represent the employee's gross salary. 9-digit total with 2 decimal places, cannot be modified within the procedure. Okay, so these are some statements that you need to verify, otherwise you might put something wrong in your project. Okay, then it shows what data comes out of the procedure. So it says PTA max amount and PNET pay. Okay, all right, then let's see what it shows in the business logic. So what does the procedure do step by step? Procedure is called from line number 12 with 3 parameters. Okay, now here it is saying 3 parameters. Okay, so local variable text rate is initialized with this value. Okay, so one by one it is explaining the entire source of code. What is the final output? The procedure has no explicit written value because the procedure interface DCL-PI SRN indicating it is a void procedure. It returns data through output parameter this and this rather than a written value. This follows a IBM patterns of using reference parameter. Okay, real world. Yeah, so in real world example it shows payroll processing system, and it also gives you the example practical use case. Payroll batch processing, process thousands of employee records, calculating tax and net pay for each. So like this is how exactly it will provide you the output. You can see syntax and structure is perfect. Yes, there are some mistakes, so that maybe we can fix by manually, or what we can do, we can rewrite the prompt. Maybe we can ask it there are some mistakes, or you can simply mention input please check and verify if there are 3 input parameters. So what it will do, it will simply go through it and it will make the fix. Okay, although it should this project should check from here, like here also we clearly mentioned, but fine, this is just a demo version, so maybe there are some chances of error. Yes, so initially I also told you that there might be a chances where it will return some false information, so it's our responsibility to verify before we implement anything. Okay, but this is how like you can write the prompt and how it will help you to prepare the things for you. Of course, reviewing would be a tedious task because if you are reviewing it, but yeah, it is comparatively it is less time taking, because for now we are just looking for a 40 line program, but if you are doing it for the thousands of line programs, so yes, it will provide you the kind of structure, and then because by the time it will be improved as you worked with ChatGPT or any other AI model, so it is improving day by day. So IBM Bob will for sure improve once it is fed with multiple data. So don't worry, just give it a try and try it. Let's see like if you write the prompt which work perfectly on this, so you can also suggest me if we can improve this prompt. Okay, so let's make it a two-way communication and we can discuss it in the comment section. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching TechSharma.